Weekend respawn.
Oh yeah, weekend respawn.
Game on.
Yeah, what? That was good.
Buddy, what's up, dude? How you doing?
Are we going?
Yeah, we're going. Welcome, everybody, to the Weekend Respawn, your home for real discussions about gaming. I guess. I don't know. I'll think of a tagline.
I don't know that much about games. Real game talk by real people who have real lives and real jobs.
Real jobs and responsibilities.
You can't sit in front of your computer for 12 hours a day.
Nah.
Unless you're retired.
Weekend warriors. The dad gamers.
The dad gamers.
Is dad
the grandpa gamers?
The grandpa gamers. Yeah, dude.
You know, I never thought there would be a day
where you'd be a grandpa
when I'd
gamer.
be a grandpa and still want to play video games. It's weird.
You know what?
But it's a thing that my generation has
ushered into existence. Yeah, it's real.
It's funny.
And you've stuck with it all these years. And
yeah.
I'll tell you a story real quick as we get an introduction to these the Weekend Respawn show. I had aged out of games. Yeah. I wasn't playing any. And when I did pick them up, I was like, ugh, this is dumb. This is boring. I got other things to do.
Yeah.
And then a stupid little game called Helldivers 2 came out. And now I've clocked 800 hours in gaming in the last 6 months because it re-triggered this thing in my head. And I'm like, oh yeah, games can be fun. I forgot how much fun you can have with a game when you squat up with your buddies on the weekend.
Even if the game is glitchy and buggy, and it's all matters. It's all depends on your social group.
And then Steam came in with a Steam sale, and now I'm sunk into another game that we'll talk about in a minute.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. That's happened to both of us.
Yeah. Welcome everybody to the Weekend Respawn, the first official showing of the Weekend Respawn. This is a podcast for dad gamers.
Us. It's for us.
It's for us.
For people like us.
For people who have day jobs and responsibilities and can only really pick up the game once in a while. And we want to let you guys know that you're not alone, and also what kind of games you should be playing.
You know what else it is?
The most out of your money.
It's for people old enough to buy some of these at the store.
That was in sync.
Fucking good, bro.
That was good.
Cheers,
brother.
And this is not a podcast for you freaking little twonks out there playing the Fortnite and cussing out the old people because they suck. Okay?
The old people like us. A new tradition for us on our Friday podcast. We're going to be cracking open a beer.
Let's do it.
Today's podcast is not brought to you by Miller High Life.
Yeah.
Established in 1903.
I don't even like Miller. That tasted pretty good.
The champagne of beer. Miller. Anyway.
Cheap beer.
93 cents a can.
Sometimes it's good, man.
93 cents a can. Yeah. Not too bad. All right, guys. Here's what's in store for you today on the Weekend Respawn. We're going to be talking about some budget games.
Nice.
Some games that we picked up for like $5 or less that we have all of a sudden become addicted to. We've got a new Steam sale today. It's still live. There's a brand new set of games that you can get your hands on for very, very cheap. Also, we have news of the weekend. So the biggest news hit the weekend. We've got some Helldivers news, some Space Marines 2 news, and No Man's Sky. Believe it or not, No Man's Sky is still out there kicking ass, doing updates. It's surprising to see, considering that game came out in like 2017
is it
2018.
It's not that surprising to me that games are still getting updated from 10 years ago.
Yeah, like when No Man's Sky came out.
Dude, I hate to always bring it back to World of Warcraft, but they just came out with a brand new expansion like last week. The game is 20 years old. They're going they're going on their 20th anniversary.
Do you have to buy these updates?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
$60 every single time.
$60 at each time?
Or like 50. It depends on if you buy the ultra deluxe gold platinum box case edition.
Right.
So you get your free little, you probably get a free Muppet skin and a fucking, are we cussing on this show? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
You probably get a free mount and a pet.
A mount? You mean like a horse or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It'll probably be like some kind of sea fairy sprite or some weird thing that
See
that breeds bubbles.
What you're saying right now makes me not want to buy that game.
It's it's why I quit playing, because the game got too convoluted, too crazy. So, but yeah,
there's a barrier to entry for guys like us, I think, where if it's too much to catch up with, you just might as well.
I could get back into World of Warcraft, but you would never see me again. So
I've got 2 games that I want to do a quick review for. One of which is not great. Yeah. I figured we start with the games that we've been playing this week.
Okay.
First, I need to put a warning out there for people who are like me, who really loved Hellblade 1, Senua's Sacrifice. Don't buy the second one. If you haven't already found out, if you haven't watched a review of it yet, and it's sitting in your wish list, and you're like, oh, I can't wait to get that second one, because it's still full friggin' price. I made the plunge. I bought the game full price. It's trash. Utter, complete letdown.
Sorry to hear that.
I was so bummed out because I love the first one.
I've been listening to you talk about the first one for
years,
over a while now.
It's been a while, yeah.
And I've even come in here and you've been playing it, and you just saying, I just wanted to remind myself of what it looked like.
Yeah,
and it's a pretty dope game.
It's a badass game, but the second one sucks.
What did you call it? A walking simulator?
Yes. Yeah. Hellblade 2, Senua's Saga, although beautiful technically, and voiceover, all that stuff that you love from the first one, where you have like the weird voices in the back of your head and the beautiful graphics and the cool, interesting like Nordic storylines. Those are all there, but it's not a game. I would struggle to classify this as a video game. It's more of a walking simulator. Whew, Miller Lite. It's not a good video game. It's maybe at best an experience to kind of watch. I mean, honestly, I would probably say if you wanted to just watch like the highlights of the game through like on a YouTube channel or something like that, you just do that.
There's always those people that put all the cool cinematics and cutscenes into a story on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I thank them for it.
Dude, do it. Yeah, watch that. Because this game,
catch you right up.
This game does not deserve to be purchased at, I think it was like $50 or something.
When we were talking the other day about it,
yeah,
I came up with this thing where I said, "Oh, so it's basically like a audio book that you just watch."
Yeah, audio book that you have some interactive elements to. So
it's
like
a choose your own adventure book.
Well, not even that though. Not even that. I would be okay if it was a choose your own adventure, because at least it would give you some replay value. You could go back and change your decisions. There's nothing like that.
No.
There's no decisions made. You walk through a very, very tight,
very linear then.
Very, very linear path. You get some audio, you get some story elements and this and that, and you do a couple fight scenes, but they're very like, they're not naturally cut into the game. They're just kind of like, oh, okay, now here's your fight sequence. And you do a little fight sequence, and then you walk for fucking 15, 20 minutes.
That's
such a goddamn waste of time. The story, not nearly as interesting. For the first one, I'll tell you, because I don't think you've ever played the first one. The first one, basically, you are Senua, a woman, like a witch lady. Forgive me, I'm not going to get all the details right. It's been a long time since I played the first one, but you're this very troubled young woman who happens to have a husband who she's very much in love with. She comes back to her village, and her village has been ransacked by a bunch of these freaking psychos, and they blood-eagled your husband.
Oh, jeez.
So you walk it back into your village, and your husband's hanging on a tree, had blood-eagled, with his like skin stretched out, like hung up on a freaking thing. Ugh. It is brutal, right?
That's so gnarly, dude.
This sets you off on this quest. You have to save his soul from Helheim. You have to go to hell to save his soul. And in order to get there, you have to fight your way through these like Nordic demigods. Mm-hmm. And as you progress through the storyline, you have to solve puzzles, and then you have these boss fights. And in between the boss fights, there's like normal fights. You fight these little minion guys.
Gonna fight a bear. Oh, there's a bear.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not. It's not like a simulator like that. It's like you have to fight like these demons and crazy little witch people and like zombies and shit like that. It's very cool, very cinematic, very interesting. And each time you fight a boss, you obtain a new skill that will help you defeat the next one. So there's a very like a natural progression to like, oh, I'm earning my way to hell. Mm-hmm. And then once I get to hell, I have to use all of these skills that I've learned to defeat the main boss. It was very cut and dry, awesome, very satisfying gameplay. The second one, fucking none of that. None of that. You get your weapon in the first level, you get your little upgrade in the first level, and that's all you get for the rest of the game. And there's no progression. There's no skills obtained. It's just solve a couple of super easy puzzles, fight a couple of like very generic bad guys. And then the boss level fights are like you fight the giants that exist in this world. And they're not real. They're like figments of your imagination. So all you do is like run around and hide from them. And then you like release them from their hell or something.
Sounds
like
very
that.
disappointing.
It's so dumb, dude. God damn it. I actually, when I was done, for the last probably 10 minutes of gameplay, I literally put my controller down.
You should try to get your money back.
I almost want to, except I spent 8 hours playing it.
But
so
they won't, but you can leave.
They won't.
It's like this game sucks.
I've never given a game a bad review on Steam. I think this might be my first one. It is awful. It is truly, truly awful.
Sometimes it's fun to get in there and go.
I was so utterly disappointed with this game. So don't buy Senua's Saga. It is not worth it.
How much is it?
It was like $50. It was a full price game.
Oh no.
Yeah, dude. It was a full price game.
And
there is no replay value at all. I'm not going to go back and play it.
But you know one thing I like about Steam?
What's that?
So they have a lot of sales.
Yes, they do.
They have a lot of sales all the time.
Yeah, I should have waited for this thing to be on sale.
Yeah, I personally, I have a policy with very few exceptions that you seem to make me break. That I refuse to spend full price money on even new games.
It's a big investment.
Because they're going to go on sale. Yeah. And these games, I feel like a game has been $50-$60 now since I was 12.
They're pretty much capped.
But nowadays these games, like that new Star Wars game that just came out,
Outlaws, that piece of trash.
Yeah, that piece. It was like $100.
What?
Yeah, it was insane. I'm seeing people spend like $100 on this game.
Way.
Like, why?
Hell no.
What are you doing? And
I'll tell you what, I spent $100 on the video game one time. It was a pre-purchase back in the day when there wasn't digital. It was like a hard copy. I pre-ordered Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and with the pre-order, with the DLC and the special box and all that shit, it was like $120 or something.
Yeah, but what the sales do, is like I'm gonna go into what I've been doing here. Our budget game reviews. Budget game reviews. We need to come up with.
Is this a sequence or a segment?
Steam has a lot of sales, and so do the other companies like the Epic Universe or the Epic Store.
Epic Games.
Epic Store, they give away stuff for free.
Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah.
But Steam has a lot of sales, and right now, Grim Dawn is on sale for $4.99. It's on sale through September 9th. This is coming out. What's the day? The 6th that we're coming out with this episode tomorrow. So you got 3 or 4 more days.
You got the weekend.
You haven't played Grim Dawn yet, and that gets you the basic game. There's some expansions that have come out, some downloadable content that costs more, but I've never played Grim Dawn, and I have been bugging for a Diablo style.
Is it a dungeon crawler? What is it?
It's an ARPG. It's an action role playing game. It's Diablo.
Right.
It's Diablo 2 is basically what it is. So and it's really scratching that itch. I haven't played a ton of it. I'm only like level 12 right now. I've got about 3.5 hours into the game. But let me tell you something. It's fun. It's you're going in there. You're going in there. I see the quest guy. I'm like, all right, quest, let's go. And it's a story driven game, so there's some story elements to it. And then you just go in there and you kill creature after creature after creature. You collect your things. You sell your things. You upgrade your stuff. You got skill trees. And the thing that's cool about this one is like you can combine your skill trees. It's like if you have a soldier and a sorcerer type, you can take skills off of both of those things and make like an individualized kind of cool like character who can cast spells and use a sword or something. A lot of times you can't do that, but this game it's really fun. I'm having a great time with it. Like I said, I can't talk a whole lot about it because I just really have started playing it, but I'm enjoying it so far. And for $4.99, it's you can't
unbeatable.
It's I've already gotten my money's worth out of it,
bro.
I figured out this. I kind of get this formula in my head.
Like how many hours I got to play this game?
Like, okay, if I could get a game down to $1 an hour, I think that's pretty good. I think I've got my money's worth out.
That's pretty good. It's funny when we mentioned that in another podcast that we did that we broke down like, I got
I think you're down to like 12 cents an hour,
a couple hundred hours into this game, and I paid $30 for it. That's like 7 cents an hour. And somebody in the comments was like, I have literally never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
What kind of entertainment can you get for 7 cents an hour?
Back in the day, back in the days when I was gonna get a divorce because I did nothing but play World of Warcraft, and my wife hated it and hated me and everything about the game. I would always use the excuse. It's like, I could spend $15 a month on this. Because, you know, the thing, or I can go to the bar every day and spend $60 a night on beer. Which one do you want me to do? You know,
the manly one.
Right.
Grow
right.
God damn it.
So, you know, I always kind of justified my entertainment that way.
Sure,
as far as video games. And even, you know, I just, and
shit,
these Steam sales make it super easy to
go to the movies these days.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
friggin' $50-$60 to take you and your wife there, and you get 2 hours of entertainment. You're paying $30.
$18 for a bucket of popcorn, and
you pick up a game for $10. You play it for 12 hours with your wife or whatever on a date night or something like that. Pfft, done.
Game with my wife. What do
You don't play games with your wife?
No.
Why not?
That's my space. That is my thing.
There's your problem right there.
No, I don't know. Yeah, we spend our time together. We got our thing. But
all right, so are you good on Grim Dawn, or do you have more to say?
I just want to say I don't have a full review for it yet because I just haven't played it. Like I said, I've been like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
And but it's a Diablo 2 style game. And there's a co-op element to it. There's a ton of stuff in this game that's I'm looking forward to exploring, and I'm going to be streaming it some, and I'm going to stream it off and on, probably on off days, like when I just want to like play.
Yeah,
it's a great game that you can just go in there and waste some time. If I want to play for 30 minutes, I can play for 30 minutes. If I want to sit down and waste an afternoon and spend 4 or 5 hours in it, I can do that as well. You know, and it's just it's a fun game, and I'm surprised that there's still a community out there for it. And but there is. Okay. I've gotten multiple people contact me wanting to play Grim Dawn with me.
Nice.
I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah,
cool.
you live streamed it. And you had people in there.
I live streamed it one time.
People who were like, oh yeah, I played this game for
yeah.
Gotcha.
So you know,
I'll tell you what, dude. Steam freaking got me. So there's a game. I apologize. It's not on sale anymore. You guys have missed the sale. It was last weekend, but I picked up Kingdom Come. With Deliverance.
I got it too
for $2.99. It was 90% off on Steam, dude.
You're gonna get this game down to like 2 cents,
bro. I've already got 9 hours into it, or more, I think. This is your kind of. This is my kind of game. It's like medieval RPG. You play. I mean, you're basically Inigo Montoya from Princess Bride, right? Your father makes this beautiful sword. Some dickhead comes in there, kills your dad, steals your sword, and now you're Inigo Montoya, and you have to upgrade your skills and become a knight. So that you can go after this asshole and go kill him and get your father's sword back. And it's like this, it's got this great revenge tale to it. The cinematics and the gameplay and the graphics are a little dated at this point, but they're still great. They're still really, really good. It's right up there with like Skyrim or something.
Yeah. It's 10 years old or so? What is it?
I don't think it's that old. I think I'd have to check. It's like 2018.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember,
so
honestly. I should
7 years ago.
probably figure that out.
They're coming out with the part 2, right?
Yes, now this is where I think this is a brilliant marketing scheme, right? So they've got me. I've never played this game before. They gave it to me for $3.
Well, you're gonna spend.
I'm gonna play the absolute shit out of this, and then I'm gonna spend $100 on the next one because I'm so freaking amped up for it because I'm having such a fun time with this one.
But that's good.
Kingdom Come Deliverance has been like it. I haven't played anything this interesting and intricate since Skyrim, and Skyrim's not nearly as intricate as this. This is like the mechanics behind it are way in depth. Like even the sword fighting. Like you have this little star on your screen, and based on where you put your joystick or your mouse, you can highlight like one of the arms of the star, and that's where your strike comes from. So you're like constantly maneuvering your sword in different places, and you actually have to have a lot of skill in order to fight in this game, as opposed to like Skyrim, where you're just basically just hacking and slashing because you're so much more powerful than the bandit. You just win by default. But this game, it doesn't matter. You can go up against a freaking a peasant with a knife, and if you're not skilled, he's gonna take you out.
I'm so happy you've refound your passion for video games,
bro.
Lately. It's so much fun.
I know, dude.
It's like it's always been there for me, but I just haven't been able to fully get in there and you know, hone it the way I've been wanting to. Let me ask you this question about this game. What is this a game that you think you could let your 9-year-old play? Are you gonna let him try to like get into this kind of thing?
Okay, here's the thing. Yes, I would love it if he would have played this game with me, or I would sit back and watch him play.
Do you think it would hold his interest?
I think so, because he's a nerd.
Yeah,
and he gets into this stuff, and I think if he plays it the way he wants to play it, he's probably just going to rob and kill everybody. But whatever.
Become a bandit.
The problem is there's a lot of F-bombs. Like it's hard.
Really?
Yeah, it's hard language.
Oh.
And it's all like 18, not even. It's the 1300s. 13 or 1400s.
Well,
and people are just swearing up and down. And I'm like, oh, man, I would have my kid play this game.
Listen.
But I don't want him swearing at his mom later.
Junior sat in here in this room right over here just the other day.
Yeah.
With you, me, and our friend Kay.
Uh-huh.
And we more or less land partied.
Old school land party.
And we didn't hold back with the swears, and he was okay. He might have gone home and got us all in trouble that I don't know about it yet. But
yeah,
he'll be okay. It's all right. I was just curious if you think he would be interested in something like that, or if there's games out there.
I think he would. Yeah, because he's already asked.
Or if there's games like it that are more age appropriate. I wouldn't know what that would be.
I'd like to get him into Skyrim. I think he'd have a blast with Skyrim.
Maybe some people in the comments could make some recommendations for those kind of.
Well, he already asked. He's like, Dad, can I watch you play that medieval game? Because he played. There's another game called Medieval Dynasty, and it's an RPG, but it's not a lot about combat. It's more about managing a village and creating a town.
Yeah,
it's like a town builder simulator type thing.
Those kind of games.
But it's like first person.
Yeah.
And you go around, you build your little town, and then you recruit peasants and people to come and live in your town. And you have like a blacksmith and this, that. He was all into that.
Nice.
Like I was playing it with him and I was creating this little town. And then he came in and he's like, Dad, can I play it? I'm like, yeah, sure. Go ahead. What's the worst I got? He fucked my whole town up. And I had to restart the game. Yeah, and then I lost interest in it because I'm like, I'm not going to redo all that work I just did.
There's a couple different Viking city simulator type games.
Yeah, yeah.
That I haven't really played yet that we can talk about here someday. But
well, these are the like
fun.
Here's the thing about the Kingdom Come Deliverance is when I first looked at it, and I'm like, oh, this is so my type of game. Like I would love to dive into this, but it's a time sink. It's like you got to dedicate, you got to pay attention. And my issue, and I haven't had the issue yet, but I feel like it's probably going to come around eventually. Is I'm going to level up to a point where I have some decent skill and I'm progressing in the story and all this stuff. And then for whatever reason, I'm gonna have to take a break from the game for a little while.
Yeah.
Responsibilities will pop up. I'll have weekend projects. I'll be doing stuff. Kids got school, yada, yada, yada.
The kind of games that are built for that.
I disagree with that because if I take a week off of this game and then I come back and try to pick it up, I'm gonna be like, oh shit, where was I?
Yeah.
What quest was I on?
You'll lose a little muscle memory.
Yeah, the muscle memory will be gone. And I'm afraid that I'm gonna lose interest in the game if that happens. Yeah. So it's a little bit of like, okay, I've got to have some time to dedicate to it, which is part of the reason why I'm like, okay, I'm going to play it on the big screen in front of the whole family while they're, doing whatever they're doing. I'm like, okay, Dad's going to play this game, and they can watch along, like a movie or something.
That's a good move.
That's my move.
That's
like, hey, I'm gonna play this game.
You got a 3-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 9-year-old. Yeah. They're all going, what is that?
Yeah, I'm gonna play this game, guys. Can you help me?
Yeah.
What I do, I give the younger ones jobs.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, listen, I'm going to play this game, but I want you to keep an eye out. If you see anybody sneaking up on me, you tell me about it. And they'll sit there and just glued to the screen watching. Dad, there's a guy over there. And I'll be like, oh, where? And I'll run over to him and start talking to him.
That's the first hint of making a nerd kid.
Yeah.
Get them involved.
Yes.
Get them involved. That's
get them
good.
involved.
That's good.
Or give them the control. If I got to get up and like go, do whatever.
Like, here, get me through the forest.
Walk me to this point. Don't let me die.
Okay.
But here, walk me to this point. And they'll be like, oh, okay. And they just start walking. They fall into a freaking pit and die. But yeah, the Kingdom Come, dude, I'm 9 hours in and I'm freaking loving every minute of it.
Kids,
so fun.
In their generation.
For $2.
In their generation, they're going to be such good gamers. They're just going to be hardwired with this stuff.
They're born with a controller.
They already are. Watching your 9-year-old play Helldivers with us and kick all our asses is wild. And he's got like 15 hours in the game, and we're got hundreds. So it's crazy.
I've never taken him on like a really, really difficult mission.
He's about ready,
but
he's almost there.
He could probably hold his own. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah,
his kill count's not the highest, but he'll be all right.
All right, so I Grim Dawn for $4.99.
Yeah.
And what's your game?
Well, it's the sales pass. I apologize, guys, but Kingdom Come is definitely.
But it'll be on sale again.
When it goes on sale again, if it is, there's a second one coming out in February of next year. If they have another sale between now and then, definitely pick up the first one if you haven't played it yet. Super, super fun. Okay, so there's a sale going on right now that I wanted to highlight that I went through Steam today, and actually we can pull this up for you guys so you can see it.
Look at you. Wow, we're fancy.
We got the Steam sale going on right now. This is the one that I wanted to check out. It's Rebellion is the company. They got a 90% sale on a grip of their games. All the Sniper Elites. These are all great games. I've played, I think, the first 3. I haven't played 4, 5, and 6, but goddamn, there's a lot of freaking.
The Sniper Elite 4 suck because it's only $5.99. It's way cheaper than the rest of them.
That's interesting. Maybe that one didn't get good reviews. Yeah, these games are all good. And then this is the one I wanted to highlight.
Oh, yeah.
Zombie Army Dead War 4 for $7.50. 85% off. Massive co-op shooter. Blood and gore. Over realistic. Look at this freaking chainsaw massacre things.
That looks really
This is a co-op squad-based shooter that's right up our alley. We play those games all the time.
Yeah.
And it's on sale right now for $7. I thought that was that's a pretty good deal. If you got a squad, if you got a group of guys that you play with regularly, the first one's only freaking $2, right? 2, 4. I mean, if you could buy 3 or 4 of these games for under $10.
Well, that's because they're called Yahtzee zombie armies.
Yahtzee? Can we not say that? Oh no! Did I show it on screen? Am I going to get in trouble?
Not a good word. Maybe I don't know.
No.
Whatever.
But there's a whole bunch of these games on here. So check it out. Maybe go on Steam.
How long does the sale go through?
The
weekend at least, I hope.
Find out. Publisher sale. I don't know.
It's fine. They're still on
How
sale.
do you tell? How do you? When,
I don't know.
doesn't it say like? Oh, it does. Okay, here.
September 9th. Oh, wait.
September 12th.
So we got
September 12th.
That's 7 days.
Yeah, that's a long time for these kind of numbers. So go on steampower.com and pick up a zombie shooter co-op game.
We are not sponsored by Steam, by the way. We just
not at all
really love it.
This is just the place that I go for shopping for games. I don't think I've ever bought a game anywhere else except for
that's
Xbox.
That's a conversation we're gonna have someday, because I came up in the physical era when we bought discs and things, and now the discs just say go to Steam.
Dude, No Man's Sky right now for sale, 60% off.
Yeah, nice.
I just noticed that. Shit. You said you wanted it, right?
Yeah.
There you go, man. $24. Not bad. I heard that is the biggest comeback story of all time. The No Man's Sky. They've even had actually one of the segments in the thing is news about No Man's Sky. And this might interest you. They've added space fishing.
Oh.
Because I know you used to say, oh man, I used to just go in World of Warcraft to go down to the local lagoon and start fishing.
Yeah.
Spend 3 hours fishing for a random fish. I'm like, what? Why? Now they added it to No Man's Sky. They added it to No Man's Sky. Now you can go fishing. It's hilarious. Cracks me up, dude. Anyway, what else we got?
News of the weekend. We got to touch on Helldivers a little bit.
Yeah.
But hold on a second. Hold on.
You got to put your Dutch butters hat on.
If we're gonna talk about Helldivers, I gotta get ready. So
there you go. All right, boys. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Gotta get behind my glorious beard.
There it is.
All right.
There's Dutch Butters.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on, dude? Helldivers news. They released a giant fat blog post describing what they're planning on doing.
This is the announcement about the update that we got the announcement for the other day, right?
Yeah. It's so stupid.
Stupid Pilestat.
Hey, guys.
When I go over there and kick his ass, I'm going to not do the updates for the updates anymore.
It's like, hey, guys, we're going to have a blog post tomorrow that will describe the update that's going to come out in 2 weeks. And then in 2 weeks, you'll get details about the update that will actually be hitting our game in like 6 months.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody good with that? Is that enough to feed you content to make you happy? No, motherfucker.
So
no, but genuinely, it does sound like they're trying really, really hard to get people to come back, which I think it's like the timing is all jacked up though, because Space Marines 2 comes out.
I think it's almost perfect
this week, and like a grip of people are just going to bounce out and go play that game for a little while.
And I think it's the perfect time for them to do it.
To do an update,
to take another week or two to get it ready to go, because the game Helldivers is in a bad spot right now.
Sure, yeah, they got a long.
We're like logging on and there's 7,000 people playing. That kind of stuff. It's not good, and it's all because they need to fix some stuff. And
sure,
them, I mean, already the early access has already started, and there you can already see a dip of the effect of the people going over to Space Marines 2.
Mhm.
So this is the time when
For
they
them
need to
get their shit right.
get their shit right.
Not worry about the players.
Because,
knock their stuff out.
I am of the mind that I'm going to go play Space Marine 2 on Monday. We're going to stream it Monday night. We're going to stream it Tuesday night. I'm basically putting Helldivers away. And then when this patch comes out, I'm going to play Helldivers again, at least for a night or a day, and see if it's
improved.
And I want this game to be improved, and I want it to be better, because I totally plan on going back and spending some more time in it. I have ambitions to get to level 150, and I want to do it fighting Illuminated and fighting all the other things.
Did you hear about that?
I did. Yeah, it was just
They
just a little screw up.
made a
Somebody
mistake.
pushed the wrong button. And
and
then
Pyle
and,
said
and
you
then
said
they had
you
to,
wanted
put it in the narrative of the story.
you said you wanted the update for the Illuminate, and he's like, no, that's for next year.
That's for next year, you idiot. Now I have to write the stupid narrative story to tell the people that the person has been dealt with. There was some kind of matter put on the computer screen, and it made things weird and wonky. I don't know. What do they call it? Shit? It was
biological
sample.
Yeah.
And it was like, whatever. It was kind of funny.
It was kind of funny.
But,
So Helldivers, their plan, they've announced that they're going to change a lot of the mechanics. Here's the biggest thing that kind of interested me was the armor penetration.
Armor pen, yeah.
They're going to change the way the armor pen works. So currently, if you have a medium armor penetrating assault rifle, like the Adjudicator or something like that, currently, even if you hit an enemy that has medium armor, like a Devastator or something, the bullet will hit, but you're actually only doing 50% of the damage of the potential.
Yeah.
Because it hits the armor.
Here's the
thing. If you have a medium armor penetrating weapon, it should go through the medium armor.
That's fascinating.
That's what's happening.
That's really super.
They're going to change that. Great.
That's awesome. Just fix it. Fix it to where it's cool again. Like, I don't give a shit about numbers and bars and graphs and percentages and shit. Just fix these guns to where they work the way we want them to work, to where the game's fun again. I understand the armor pan needs fixed. I don't need to know how or why. Just fix it. Just fix the shit, man. That's all I want. Just fix it.
I don't even know I never really considered that the weapons, like the primaries and stuff, I never really considered them to need fixing. I'm like, if you aim properly, you could take anything out with a couple shots. Anything. Headshots galore.
Yeah, I'm learning this week. I've learned the joys of peak physique.
Oh, peak physique
and stalwarts and machine guns.
Yeah, man, it's good stuff.
Takes that bounce away. It's nice.
Yeah.
What is it? The recoil. It's the recoil.
This is the most important bit right here. The number of rockets fired by enemies like rocket devastators and gunships will be limited.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes, you guys can all thank us for that.
I've been preaching about that.
You can thank us for that. I'm not even kidding. We've been telling these guys there's no way that rocket packet
on the back of that motherfucker,
that holds 12 rockets, should be firing 77
volleys
rockets at me.
Volleys of 12 at a time for fucking 5 minutes straight.
Yeah, I literally got in a face-to-face conversation with Pilestat and Shams, and I go, look, motherfuckers, this is unrealistic. You need to fix it.
Yeah,
because it's not real. So I think they listened to me, and
I think they did too.
And that's good. It's good.
Heavy machine gun, anti-material rifle, autocannon, they're all going to get buffs. Everything's getting buffed. They buff the primary.
The super buff patch.
It's a buff patch.
And you know what's going to happen? It's going to be too buffed. And the game's going to be too easy.
No.
And we're all going to complain and bitch about it again. Like, I can like solo a level 10. What's going on? Why is this game so easy?
No, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think so. Not at all.
Come on, dude.
No.
You know it's going to happen.
No. People are going to bitch.
You know it's
this game's so easy.
Why is the game so easy?
Shut up and play.
It's too easy now.
Go back to Space Marines.
I liked it better when the Chargers actually, the bullets bounced off the Chargers.
Bro, no, that's so dumb. I hate that aspect of the Chargers. Like the Titans. Okay, here's what I want. I want the Titans to be able to be killed from the underbelly. You know, when you blow up the sacks. I want them to
Makes
bleed
sense
out
that
from
way.
that. Bleed out
Yeah.
from us blowing up, and you can blow those up with. I think a couple of primaries will do it. If not, like an autocannon or something like that. Now, it's not a fast way to kill it, but it should kill it eventually.
Man, we were on a Helm's Deep mission the other night, and I unloaded an entire freaking autocannon clip or magazine or whatever you call it, into the belly of a Bile Titan, and he just kept on walking.
Just kept on going.
Just kept on going. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. But whatever.
All right.
Helldivers.
Yeah, we have a Helldivers podcast, guys. Go on Tuesday. We're going to drop our Helldivers podcast. We'll go in more depth into this. We'll talk about it a little bit more then, but that's the general overview. They're promising that they're going to buff things. September 17th is when this update's supposed to drop. So we got to wait, what, another week or 2 weeks?
So we got some dates here. September 9th on Monday, Space Marines officially drops. They're in early access right now. But so Monday is when the retail version comes out and all of us can play it.
All those normies.
All those normies that didn't spend the extra money to be beta testers for last minute beta testers for everybody. Good job, everybody. I'm glad you got your little special steel boxes and your little figures and your whatever's. You know,
I think figures are a big deal for 40K, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. That's cool. I feel like I sound like I'm going to give you guys shit for buying early access. And I probably should a little bit because I think early access is silly, but I'm not going to. We're going to leave it at that. I'll see you guys on Monday.
Yeah.
In Space Marines, and we're going to talk a lot about.
Price is going to have like 400 hours in the game by then.
Yes. God damn it.
That's where
I would like to have one game where me and him start on an equal keel. It's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen.
But
he's retired. He's gonna outplay you.
I'm retired.
He's gonna outplay you forever.
Yeah, I know.
Forget about it.
Whatever. So September 9th, Space Marines. September 17th is when this Helldivers patch comes out. And then, really quickly, we're going to talk about this in the future, probably a lot. There's this little game going into early access called the Forever Winter.
I've only seen a trailer. It looks weird as shit.
It comes out on September 24th. I am highly intrigued, but at the same time, I'm also a little hesitant because it's an early access game. We're going to be, you're paying to be a beta tester.
Yes.
And that just annoys me.
But it's only $30 though, right?
It's $27.
$27.
Yeah. But
it's not like it's like $60, guys.
It's like my question is how finished should a game be
before it comes out?
Before they put it into this early access mode to where people have to spend money to get it.
Let me tell you.
Let me tell you a story.
Let me tell you a story. I
changing my hat.
Okay. I donated and or invested in a game. It's a stealth horror survival game based off of like dinosaurs hunting you in like a apocalypse.
You did it like a Kickstarter kind of.
Did a Kickstarter thing, right? It was fucking 3 years ago.
Yeah.
3 fucking years ago, I spent $150 to kickstart this game.
You haven't got nothing yet.
I haven't gotten shit. Nothing. They were like, oh, when the game comes out, we're going to give you a box set and this and that and a special name. Your name's going to be on this. And
these games, they're in development hell for like 8 years.
Forever. And guess what's going to happen? Fucking Jurassic Park Survival is going to come out, which is essentially the exact same game. I'm going to pay $50 for that. And I'm going to forget that I even gave these people money.
Yeah. And you're going to get a really cool package in the mail someday. And
someday I'm like, oh shit.
Whoa, this is really cool.
I forgot about this thing. I'm going to play it. It's going to be terrible.
But I guess what I want to know is, and what I want the chat to tell me is when should a game be put into early access if you're going to do the early access thing? Should it be 50% finished? Should it be 95% finished? Should it be,
what's the point? What's the goal of early access? Is just to fund the finishing touches on the game, right?
Or to fund the game. Yes, it's to fund the game.
It's to fund the game. You're basically doing a Kickstarter, but you get to play the game because it's already kind of
the Forever Winter has me intrigued because they have a really fancy video that they probably spent.
They got a good trailer.
They got a really good trailer
sold you on a game,
which I'm hoping is, but I'm not for sure. I'm hoping that's video. I'm hoping it's game footage that they've used in this thing. There's a lot of really cool stuff in this.
Yeah,
and it was enough to make my old grumpy ass go, $27. Okay, I think I might pull the trigger and check it out. But
is a horde shooter? What is it? Do we even know?
It's a horror extraction shooter.
Okay.
So
I wanted to go,
which is a genre I am not super familiar with.
I wanted to go over some of the Steam reviews for Space Marines 2.
Okay, well we can go to Space Marines 2 here. Are we done with the talking about the other thing?
Forever Winter?
Yeah, because
we can keep talking about it. I
just wanted to no. I just wanted to I just really want people's opinions on early access. I want to start the conversation on early access games and if it's a good trend or if it's a bad trend.
Okay.
And how long should a game be in early access before it's released? Because I'm kind of comparing it to like Indiegogo. Like these guys that do like comic books. Yeah. They sell all this comic book stuff, and 2 years later you finally get something after they said it was going to be out a year and a half prior to that. At what point do you want your money back?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. For this dinosaur game that I offered up, I'm like, dude, if Jurassic Park Survival comes out and it's basically what I wanted to begin with, I'm going to request my money back. Like I gave it to you 3 years ago. You haven't given me anything.
Yeah.
Not a like I even offered because I went to their Discord and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Oh, we're still in development. We're offering. We're doing it. I'm like, okay, but like, can I be like a tester?
Do we not understand what?
I'm like, can I be a tester? Can I offer to help you? Can I test the game out and help?
No, we're good.
No, we're good. Thanks for your money.
Yeah.
Like I'm never doing that again. Anyway, right. Forever Winter, it comes out September 24th.
That was
for
September 24th.
Yeah. And it looks weird as shit. I'm not gonna lie, dude. It looks very strange. But it's Forever Winter is a co-op tactical survival horror shooter where you and your squad must loot the dead to survive under the shadow of terrifying gargantuan war machines locked in a never-ending conflict.
That squad shooter part is the part that really gets me because I like to play with our friends.
Okay, well, hold on a second because we found another game this weekend that's already out and ready to go. It's called Get the Fuck Out. And it is literally the same thing. It's a hardcore cooperative horror shooter that throws you in a gripping suspense of to explosive action in a heartbeat. Stealth, strategy, and teamwork are necessary to survive.
It's another game I'm really interested in.
Yeah, me too. This one had me peaked. I'm like, because I put it on my wish list, and as soon as it goes on sale, I'm buying it.
Yep.
It's right now it's $40, which is not bad.
It's got to get down to like $24.99.
At least 50% off. minimum 50% off. I'm buying this game. But I would see. Here's the thing with these co-op shooter games, though, is like if I can't buy the game unless I know my friends are going to buy it too.
Right.
And that's a commitment. Like, okay, you got to call your buddies and ask them to spend $40 so you can play this random game with you. And then the issue becomes, okay, how often do you guys?
It's easier to tell your friends, hey, $25.
Yeah.
Don't go to the bar tonight, okay?
Like, bro, this game's $20. Throw $20 down and play this game with me. That's way easier than be like, hey man, can you spend $65 so we can play a game together once?
Absolutely. Yeah.
But that game's got me hyped up. Get the fuck out, I think, is what it's called. It's GTFO, but I think it's Get the Fuck Out.
Anyway, September is a weird month for me because there's September 9th, Space Marines.
Yeah.
September 17th, Helldivers. The patch is coming out. September 24th, the early access to the Forever Winter. And I think that's my month. And some Grim Dawn.
September's a heavy month.
And I think Space Marines is going to be the
numero uno
main focus.
It's the most expensive one.
Yeah, and it should be, right? So, I mean,
I hope it lives up to it, dude. I'll tell you what, I spent $60 on this game. If I play it,
have we gotten any early reviews in?
Oh yeah, it's mostly positive. When I looked at it a minute ago, it was sitting at 71% positive.
That's it.
That's 71? It. Just 71, which I think there's a grip of people that are bitching because it's not performing at its peak. So like these guys who have rigs that are like insane. Yeah. Like I want 200 frames per second at 4K.
I'm honestly a little worried about my computer. I think I'm probably have to turn this for the first time ever. I might have to not run a game on the extreme settings here.
Yeah, let's see. Graphic for the recommended, we need a 3070 GeForce RTX 3070.
Yeah.
I think we are good if
All
we
of my
use
stuff's 3
these
years
computers.
old. I think I'll be okay. I'm just probably
Yeah.
going to be
Yeah, 16 gigs of RAM.
yeah, we're good.
That's a hefty bit. And then
Pretty standard these days.
yeah, but that's if you want 60 frames per second at 920
Yeah.
1080. These guys, the guys in the reviews that I've seen are talking about like they have this sucker cranked up to like 4K, and they're like, it's not working right. I want a refund. And it's like right here, there's one that says do not buy. Let me hold on. Let me switch over to this.
After 4.5 hours, don't buy.
Yeah, 4.5 hours, don't buy. This one, serve the emperor today. Tomorrow you may be dead. 3.5 hours.
Well, the next one says so good.
9 hours.
Yeah.
Hawken? Yeah, Hawken over there. 6 hours. Yep, pre-released. 5 hours pre-release. Yep, there's a lot. There has not been a single issue with the game for me. People in here with the 4090s. I don't know. He's too many bullshit in here. I can't read that. But anyway, yeah, there's a couple negative reviews, but they almost always have to do with the rig itself, like their computer's not operating.
Yeah.
Or the game's not operating properly for their computer.
They probably need to buy a new computer.
Well, I think they probably have an insane computer, and the game is just not like do you need fucking 4K at 200 frames per second?
No.
Really?
The human mind can only comprehend so many frames per second.
Yeah. You watch a movie at 48 frames per second, and you're looking at it like, why does it look weird? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So whatever, it is what it is. But that's it. Yeah. That's it for the show, guys. We're almost at an hour. Are the Friday shows going to be an hour?
They might be. We got a lot of stuff to cover every week. We'll see how it goes.
We do have a lot of stuff to cover. But thank you guys for watching the first ever weekend respawn. Make sure to check this out on your way home, on your commute. We're going to drop it early, probably mid to early afternoon. So as soon as you get off work, you pop this podcast in, you listen to, hey, what games do we recommend for the weekend? What are we playing? If you want to go to saltynerdiscord.com to make sure that you have a squad to group up with, go there, saltynerdiscord.com. That's the place to go. You can squad up with any number of people. We have like 400 or 500 people in that chat right now who are always playing, growing every day. So if you're looking for a squad to team up with that probably have every single game on Steam,
we should probably do the mundane YouTube things. Make sure you guys please thumbs up this thing. Make sure you leave some comments if you can. Yeah. And please share with your friends. We're really trying to grow this channel. All those things help the algorithm get the new show out there. And we like doing this, and we want to keep on doing it. And we're going to keep on doing it. So yeah, we just need your help.
That's it.
Thanks, guys.
Like, subscribe, share. Game on.